Hey guys, Miss Chester here again to bother you with my incredibly annoying voice via video. This is going to act like our week two, or act as our week two BC First People's online learning video update. So again, this is for April 20th to the 24th. And I'm going to update you guys on a couple different things in this video. I'm super choked because I started filming this video already and got halfway through and realized it had stopped at 17 seconds and I wasn't actually recording. So I'm doing this all over again. But we're going to talk about a couple things. First, we're going to talk about weekly check-ins. Then we're going to talk about what you guys should be working on this week for my class, BC First Peoples. And then we're going to take a look at the weekly discussion question for week 2, which I have now posted live on Stellantis. So first things first, I want to talk to you guys about check-ins. This past week, my check-in list was really slim. Only 6 of you checked in, and one of you wasn't available, and the other one of you I couldn't get through to. These check-ins are really important, guys, for a couple different reasons. The first reason, obviously, I'm here to be the person to remind you of what you need to be working on and hopefully light a fire to get some of this work done, keeping in mind that all of your work from before spring break is mandatory. It has to get done. And we gotta get rolling on that. And I know, and I recognize that for a lot of you, it's really hard to get motivated. I keep looking down at the timer to make sure it's still filming because that was frustrating. Yeah, so I know that this time is really frustrating for a lot of you guys, and for some of you find it really hard to get motivated. When you're at home, there's tons of different things that can distract you. Obviously, it's been beautiful outside, video games. Some of you have to work full time. Some of you are caring for your younger siblings. Some of you are the children of frontline workers, and there's no one really around to kind of give you that push. So these weekly check-ins are important because I'm going to attempt to be that person for some of you. It might not be very effective, especially because I'm having a hard time getting motivated. Like, I wake up and I'm like, oh, there's no bell schedule. Oh, Mr. Terp's just not going to get mad at me for being late. So, like, it's hard for me to get motivated too. But we've got to get rolling and get some work done. And yeah, just know that I recognize that it's hard, and I want you guys to do what you can when you can. I'm not here to overwhelm you. I know that some of you have already emailed me being like, Miss Chester, my such and such teacher has already assigned so much homework and so started a new unit. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to overwhelm you guys like that. But yeah, just check in with me. Honestly, it's 15 minutes, but half the time they don't actually last 15 minutes. I think the longest one I had was like 8 minutes. So yeah, check in with me. It's mandatory. After this week, I'm going to start calling you, and you might not like the time I call you. So just schedule a time on the Google Doc, which I'm going to show you where to find. So as always, to get into our course on Stellantis, we need to go to start.st69.bc.ca. And once we're there, again, my page looks a little bit different than your page. We'll go to my site, and then your classes should show up right at the top there. And if you scroll down a little bit, there is our weekly sign-in. It's a Google Doc. Again, if you don't have access to the Google Doc, it's because I don't have the email that you actually use. So just request access and I'll give it to you. You can see last week, such a small list. Oh my gosh, talk to a few of you. It's very sad for me. So you'll go to Monday, April 20th and scroll through. You see quite a few of you who have already signed up. That's awesome. And again, so just sign up. Let me know, do you want to call? Do you want a video chat? We are going to start using Zoom as our video chat. I'll probably stick with Meet. For those of you I'm out with Google Meet just this week until I can get my Zoom set up. But it's way easier to use. And I like video chatting. I like to see your face. You might not like to see my face, but I like to see your faces. So yeah, sign up for a weekly check-in, please, and thank you. And that's going to take us to our next point, which is what you guys should be working on this week. So if I checked in with you last week, we talked about what you need to be working on, and that is your inquiry project. we've been working on the inquiry projects all semester. Every Friday, sometimes the occasional Wednesday and Friday. So you've had plenty of time to pick your topic, create your critical inquiry question, and start to research and fill out your thought book. Again, that's probably like 6 weeks worth of stuff that we've done. The only thing that you're really going to have after spring break was a week of class time to take everything that you've researched so far and to put it together and present it. And you should be at that point where you're ready to bring everything together and present it. So that's what I need you all to be working on right now. And I just posted a video. Where is it? It's on our page. Yeah, so under the highlights where I'm posting the videos, update videos, is an inquiry project update and reminder video. And again, that is just going to remind you of what I'm looking for with your inquiry project, inquiry questions, your thought book, the final project. I show you where to find the outline, reminding you how it's being marked. The thought book is the most important part. Don't forget, thought book, most important part. Okay. So yeah, so this week I'm saying that you need to be working on your inquiry project. And I'm going to set a soft deadline for it, guys. I'm going to say the 27th. We've now had how many weeks after spring break? I haven't assigned any new work for you guys, just the inquiry project and getting caught up. And now I kind of need to set a deadline in order for the rest of us to move forward. So please, please, please get caught up and get that inquiry project done, and I'm going to ask for it on April 27th. Obviously, there's going to be some of you who can't meet that deadline, and I understand, but then we need to talk about that in your weekly check-ins. So yeah, this week, inquiry project you should be wrapping it up, getting ready to finish. Watch that video. And then the third bit for this video update is your weekly discussion question. So if you remember, at the top of this public page, your assignments, where you find all your assignments, our homepage, which we're on right now. If you go into discussion questions, I'm posting weekly discussion questions that relate to the course. This more relates to the course content than the big ideas or curricular competencies, but basically different tasks or questions that I'd like you to complete in relation to some topics that we might not get to cover in class because of what's going on. Obviously, I want to go back to class and see you guys, but I'm not sure if or when that's going to happen. So for right now, we're going to use these discussion questions to kind of talk about and discuss some of these content ideas. So last week, I posted a discussion question. Week 1, how are you? I just wanted to know how you're doing and how COVID-19 is impacting your life. Shout out to Teo, Abby, Trevor, and me. Those are the only people who answered week 1's weekly discussion question. And just keep in mind that I am keeping track of this, and this isn't like a, comment if you want to. Like, this is part of what we're doing moving forward in the course. So you need to be commenting on and discussing what we're discussing in these questions. I have put a section in your assignment where I'm going through and hitting completed when you have done this. So again, this week we are focusing on something that we kind of started talking about. You started talking about it with Miss Carmen right before the break, and that's the Wet'suwet'en pipeline protests. I know some of you, especially Niels, you were stoked on this. And we were starting to have some really good discussions, and I'm kind of bummed that we might not get to do that. So I wanted to create a discussion question around that. And so this one looks a little bit longer, but I don't want you to be intimidated. But again, basically, I'm just asking you to take a look at this issue that was taking place in Canada before all this COVID-19 stuff happened. Wet'suwet'en pipelines protests were like the front page news, right? So it's just interesting how quickly things can change. But I want you to kind of take a jump back and think about this. So basically, step 1, I want you to read one or more of the articles and watch a few of these videos. Again, you don't have to read or watch them all, and you can watch other ones and read other articles to form an opinion. It's totally up to you. I just gave you some options. And again, don't look at this and think, That's too much. Just pick a couple, watch all the videos, don't read the articles, whatever. Just get some information to help you form an opinion. So that's step one. Step two, I want you to write a short paragraph that summarizes what's happening. So what's the issue? What's happening surrounding the pipelines and the wet, sweat, and protests? And I want you to explain this as if you're explaining to someone who's never heard of it before. You should talk about the key people, groups involved, how they feel about the pipelines, the issue of the pipeline at hand, and then like other important events. So yeah, that's like 4 to 6 sentences max. And then step three, I want you to write another small paragraph answering the following question. How do you feel about the pipeline protests? So I want to know your opinion. But just keep in mind, your opinion should be based on facts. So talk about some of the stuff that you read or watched, and should be respectful to all parties involved. I want you guys to keep in mind that you're welcome, always welcome in my presence to share your opinion. That being said, you do need to do that, and you're allowed to disagree with other people. You're allowed to disagree with me. You're allowed to disagree with everyone. But you need to disagree and express your opinion in a respectful way. And that looks like not putting other people down, not using any sort of discriminatory or derogatory language. Just like don't be a jerk about it. You're allowed to say, oh, like don't call things stupid, and don't be educated. There's a reason I'm asking you to read the articles and watch the videos. Form an opinion based on what's out there, and present it in a way that's respectful and fair and honoring everybody's opinions. Yeah, because remember, your answer that you're posting on here, everyone can see. And so you just want to be careful that you're not offending anyone. So yeah, I just want to pop back really quickly to what we've talked about in this video. Don't forget to check in with me. Sign in for your check-ins. What you should be working on this week, inquiry projects, go watch that video. I'm going to ask for the inquiry projects to begin on the 27th of April so the rest of us can move on. And then 3, the weekly discussion question, which is about the wet, sweat, and pipeline protests. I know some of you are chomping at the bit. I decided to wait 1 more week to post any new projects because I want to give everyone enough time to get caught up on what they're doing. But that being said, April 27th is going to be launch day for our ongoing big idea projects, and I'll speak more about that in the next video that I put out as an update. But it'll just be, there's going to be big idea projects. You're going to have some choice in each of those big ideas. You're going to pick which one you want to work on and kind of work at your own pace. Again, you can ask me questions. I can call you. We can chat. But they are going to be independent learning opportunities. But again, that being said, that's going to come out on April 27th. It'll go live because that's when you should be kind of done all the work from before, and we should be moving on. I miss you guys. I miss seeing your faces every day in A Block. I hope you are all taking care, and remember, do not hesitate to email me, reach out. I'm here to help. Okay, have a good day, guys. I'll talk soon.